Hi, my name is Cushy, aka Kush, and I think Master Duel has a serious problem currently, and if you've been playing recently, you probably have seen it yourself. So that's why I wanted to do more of a rant style video, pretty much where I just talk over the gameplay and talk about Master Duel as a whole. So what I did the last couple days was I played the EXE event, where it's you can't have an extra deck, neither player can have an extra deck, and essentially the top decks in this were decks that were already good without extra decks. And Konami just happened to release one of the strongest decks in the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, the complete history of Yu-Gi-Oh! One of the strongest decks, and it doesn't need an extra deck. So, in this event, of course it's going to be one of the strongest decks. But the thing is, this deck is so overpowered, it's not even fair to play against. Because as soon as you really start get going, like, your opponent just doesn't want to play. He surrenders. He knows he lost because I'm going to summon one little bird. You wouldn't think one little bird can do much. But a little bird searches out a little eagle searches out penguins. Penguins search out a bunch of stuff. By the time I did all that, I got little bird and eagle back in my hand, and my opponent can't really do anything. It's not fair at all. Now, this is just one deck specifically, but this one deck took over the entire event. If you played the event, you know a lot of people were playing Floowandereeze. You would think that that's kind of like unique, right? The only thing is, that happens a lot. And as you'll see in this replay, as soon as I start activating my stuff, they surrender. And it wasn't just one or two duels out of like 20. It was almost half of the duels. People would just surrender. Now, what I think is happening is that Master Duel released one of the strongest decks like available into the meta. I mean, this deck isn't like impossible to beat. The thing is, the ways to beat this deck is going game 2 and 3 when you side deck cards like Zombie World or stuff that doesn't let your opponent tribute, specifically targeting this deck. The thing is, Master Duel doesn't let you side, so you're playing against somebody else's deck, not knowing if they're going to play against Floowandereeze, the deck I'm playing, and they can get completely wiped. But it's so overpowered. How much resources I get in my hand, how much searching I do. This deck is a serious problem for Master Duel. If you're going to be playing competitive or ranked in the coming days, you're going to be playing against this deck. Really unfun to play against. Now, could Konami do better on this? Of course they could. They could limit the Floowandereeze card. Like, the field spell is rare. They could limit it or semi-limit it, which they probably might do to hurt the deck. They can definitely do some things to make the deck not as powerful, which is kind of strange when you think about it, because Master Duel released the Adventure Engine, which is a very, very powerful splashable engine involving like 3 cards, 1 monster and 2 spells, and it's really, really good. The thing is, they semi-limited 2 of the most powerful cards in that 3-card engine straight out the gate, so it's less consistent. Don't you think they could do the same thing for Floowandereeze, which is clearly the strongest deck currently? Like, a lot of people just surrender after seeing Floowandereeze. Nobody really wants to play against this deck, including myself. In fact, I really was so against playing this deck, but the game, when I was opening up packs, I just wanted adventure. And it just kept giving me Floowandereeze over and over and over. So, I mean, I had to play the deck, right? It just gave me everything. It gave me everything. I don't think I crafted a single card. So, that's currently the state of Master Duel. They had a ban list a couple months ago, and it was kind of mediocre, I'm not gonna lie. They limited the cards that were normal and rare, which makes sense because you don't want to really hit cards that are ultra rare or super rare, because people are spending their time to like get those cards, and if you ban them, pretty much gonna alienate some of the player base who have been working to get those powerful cards. So I'm hoping that the next ban list actually gets rid of some of the more powerful cards, or at least hits Floowandereeze, because Floowandereeze is definitely a big problem. Like, no cap. This is a really, really annoying deck to play against. And even playing against Eldlik, and Eldlik is like one of the top decks. Dude, Eldlik does not stand a chance. It's funny how many of these top decks do not stand a chance against this one little bird. Like, what? But yeah, I just wanted to make a rant style video because I really do enjoy Master Duel. They could have definitely have did something about Floowandereeze. They could still do something about Floowandereeze. So what are they waiting on? Anyways, that's all I gotta say. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day or night, and maybe I'll catch you later. Peace. So this is the deck list that was shown in the video. If you want to copy it, go ahead. This was used for the event where you can't have any extra deck. I think it's like the EX or no EX event. The one card I would change or add in here would be, I would definitely add Pot of Extravagance. And the card that you would take out would most likely be like Mystical Space Typhoon. I only use that because in the event, a lot of people were using back row. So, I mean, this card came in super clutch. The deck list will also be in the description. And yeah, hope you have a great day or night, and maybe I'll catch you later. Peace.